Hey Gemini, I am your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, June 25th to Sunday, July 1st, 2018. Now, before I get started, I did just want to say a few things. First of all, I will be doing your July 2018 webinar this week, June 28th, 2018 at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, where I will talk about what's going on this month and this next month and what it's all about. I do think that this month will bring lots of fated events and lots of major changes. I know that I said last month was very fated, and yes, it was, and so is this month. That's because last month we had a lot of things going on with the North Node, and this month that continues with Mercury moving on top of the North Node, and especially eclipse season happening. 2 eclipses next month out of 3. The third one will occur in August. And what I think those eclipses will do will help you to align more of your life with your truest heart's desires, with what your heart really feels, and to build a foundation off of what's going on in your heart so that you can build a home that really resonates with you, okay? It may require some sacrifice with Venus moving into Virgo, a spot it does not like to be in, and it may require as well some solid strategy and planning in order to make these things work, again with Mercury on the North Node. But I do think this month it is possible to change your life in a really big way, to be more of what your heart wants and to build a foundation on that. Again, if you are interested in learning more about how that's going to work for you and what that means for your sign, I am going to cover the signs in this webinar. Please, again, click the link down below in my description box. Also, I am available for personal one-on-one readings if you want to book some time with me. I have 1 hour and 2 hour time slots available in it. You can ask me any question that you want. We'll talk about your birth chart. If you have any things about yourself that are stumping you, hopefully I can shed some more insight on that. And I'll also talk a little bit about what you're going through right now, what you may have experienced, and what you may experience in the near future. If you would like another perspective, some insight, or some clarity on that as well. So if that's something you're interested at, please find me. I would love to meet you and get to know you better. Again, down below in the description box. Now, without further delay, here's your horoscope. Now, what we've got going on this week is Venus right here in Leo. That for you is going to be in your 3rd house of talk and of communication. And it will be on Monday and Tuesday of this week, making a square with Jupiter and Scorpio. Jupiter and Scorpio for you will be in your 6th house of your job and of your daily routines. So what that will bring this week for you perhaps is a lot of communication here about your job, about what you do on the day-to-day, about your daily routines, about your health. Maybe you're changing your job or your daily routines. Maybe because you're changing your job or daily routines, you now need to change the way you think, talk, communicate about what you do on the day-to-day. And I think that's what is going on. You're just figuring out how to get the right perspective on what you're doing on the day-to-day with your health, how to process everything, and then how to communicate about what you want, what's in your heart with others. All right, while that's going on Wednesday, we also do have Mars going retrograde on top of the South Node in Aquarius. That for you, Gemini, is going to be your 9th house of something new and different that you have not done before. Perhaps it's been hard for you lately to do something new in life, to feel the excitement in life, the passion to travel, to study, to learn, to do something you haven't done before. Maybe you wanted to do these things, but it's just been a little bit difficult figuring out how to do it, how to put it in the right place, where everything is going. And I think with Mars going retrograde this week, it's going to help you to figure some of that stuff out, to start to bring more of the excitement and the passion back into your life. Do I think it's going to happen overnight? No, I do not. I think it's going to take some time, especially because Mars is going to go retrograde for about 2.5 months, I think. It's going to come out of it the end of August. So I think it's going to take all of that time for you to figure out what you need to do that's new or exciting to bring more of the passion back into your life. But I do think that that process will start this week, and you'll start to feel like things are moving a little bit, even if it's taken some more time. Okay, I think that process of you doing something new, bringing more of the excitement and the passion back into your life, of course, is going to have to do with what I just mentioned. The conversations that you may have about your job, maybe changing your job or your daily routines, or communicating about your job, about what you're doing on the day-to-day differently than you have previously, which will then help you find the excitement that you've been looking for gradually over time. All right. So that's what we've got there. While that's happening on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, we also do have the Sun in Cancer and in opposition with Saturn in Capricorn. Now the Sun in Cancer for you is going to be in your 2nd house of money. of your confidence, of stability, of your gifts and skills and talents. And Saturn in Capricorn is going to be in your 8th house of changes, of endings and beginnings, of your deep, intimate relationships in life, and also of paying off debts, of a lot of money going out. And I think what that could bring in Wednesday and Thursday, perhaps, is some restrictions. You want to feel more stable in life. You want to feel more secure. You want to bring more money and income to you. You want to use more of your own gifts and talents. But perhaps you feel like it's hard to do that because with Saturn in your 8th, there's still money going out. There's still some changes you feel as though you need to make in life. Maybe there are things with relationships, business partnerships, sexual relationships that you feel like you need to work out in some way. Okay, I think the message here of oppositions are to make choices about what's going on. All right, with the sun here in your 2nd house, the choices definitely need to be in favor of you bringing more stability into your life, bringing more money in, bringing more security to you, and of ending a time of change, of ending a time of a lot of money going out, of ending a time where some of your deepest, most intimate relationships are in disarray. Okay, not only do I say that because of this opposition that the Sun and Saturn are going to be making, but also because of the exact time that this opposition occurs. It just so happens there's also a full moon happening, and this full moon in Capricorn on Thursday is going to occur at the exact same spot that Saturn is in this opposition right here. Okay, where you can almost see it in this chart. All right, and to me, full moons bring endings or bring completions, and that for you, Gemini, is an ending in debt, is an ending in making changes, or a completion when it comes to spending your money, a completion when it comes to making changes, to working with business partners or intimate relationships, so that you can now focus on bringing more stability and security to your life, doing more of the things that you feel uniquely gifted for you to do alone as an individual. All right. So I hope that makes sense here. I think you're making some changes on your job, on your daily routines, how you communicate and think about your job or daily routines. But you're making these changes so that you can eventually bring more stability back into your life, bring more confidence, rely more on yourself instead of other people. And so you can eventually, hopefully, find more of the passion in life, more of the excitement, doing something new and different that you haven't before, right? So that's what I see going on there. Now, the very end of the week, Saturday, what's going to happen is Mercury is going to move into Leo, and Leo is, again, your 3rd house of talk and communication. I did talk about this a little bit earlier. All right, I think at the beginning of the week, again, you're changing the way you communicate about your job. You're doing a lot of talking about your job and your daily routines that you may have to make choices about how you can bring more money to you, be more confident. And I think once we get to Saturday, most of the changes have been made. Most of the conversations have occurred. The decisions, maybe not most of the conversations, but most of the decisions have occurred, which frees you up more to then communicate more openly about what's going on, to think more clearly about what you enjoy and how you can bring that more into your life. Okay, so I do like that. But as you're having more of these conversations, hopefully having them in a much easier way, now that you've made some changes and decisions, there are some unexpected things that could occur that may not feel the most comfortable. Those unexpected things for you, Gemini, are going to have to do right here where Uranus is in Taurus, because Mercury on Saturday, as it enters Leo, will square Uranus. And Uranus for you is in your 12th house of your insides, of your spirituality, and of the past. So it may require you towards the end of this week to start to communicate more about what's going on inside you, about some things from the past, to bring them into new chapters, perhaps related to your job, your daily routines, and your health, okay? And to learn how to be more open about some of the things that it is that's going on within you, okay? There could be some unexpected feelings that come up. There could be some unexpected things from the past that needs to be addressed, or you yourself could want to break free from the past in order to communicate more openly. But I do think there is something of the sort that may need to be worked out. Whatever comes up in these conversations, again, may not feel the best, because Mercury, as it moves into Leo, is also going to trine Chiron in Aries. And Chiron in Aries for you is in your 11th house of your goals, your dreams, and your hopes for the future. So as you're beginning to communicate here about what's going on inside you, about what you're really feeling, so that you can do more of what you want on the day-to-day in a more stable and secure kind of way. You may then have to see your future differently. You may then have to associate with different groups of people. You may have to change the way that you socialize with groups of friends and the way that you're out and about. That can be a little bit hard because maybe you don't know quite where your future is going, or maybe you don't know what you want for your future, how to move towards some things that you feel like really resonate with you. But I think needing to be patient as it all comes together, okay? And as you start to create more of a set of job or daily routines that you feel like you can be more open in, express more of what's on your heart in a way that's more freeing, okay? I think you're getting there, especially getting to a place where you can feel more secure, use more of your talents on the day-to-day in a way you really like, but it just may require you to see your future a little bit differently, to change some of your goals for the future and your orientation, internal orientation towards your life and what you thought it would be in order for you to get there. All right, so that's what I've got for you, Gemini. Your card for the week is the Hierophant upright. I like this card a lot. This card to me has a lot to do with, I like to think of this card as like an initiation of like going into something new. I know I said that it's going to take you a while to maybe find the passion and the excitement in your life in the way that you want, but I do think this week is a really good chance for you to see different perspectives, to associate with different groups of people, to see life in different ways than what you have been previously. Okay, especially with a lot going on in your third house. Do I think that this week you're gonna start to feel like you're living your goals and dreams, you're living a new life, being a part of a group of people who really resonate with you? No, but to me this card is a positive sign that you are starting to move in a positive direction, breaking free from old things that didn't work for you and moving forward into other chapters in life, doing different things, working with different people that I think will provide useful later on. Okay, and I think really needing this week to allow yourself to almost go into the unknown, to allow yourself to go into something that you thought you wouldn't do, or different areas of life, I think can definitely really help you. Maybe as well sometimes with the Hierophant too, you can also get, might be helpful this week as well to get someone else to guide you. Typically when I see the Hierophant, there's like a big transition that you're making in life. Maybe this transition is with your job to get more comfortable in your life with where your life is gone. And it may also help as well for you to seek out the advice of someone else who has been where you have been or has succeeded at something that you ultimately want to succeed at, to help you move through this time of transition and can usher you into like a new way of being. Yeah, that's a lot of what I see with this card, like a new way of being that I think you're like finally starting the process of like doing and of getting there, to seeing things, your life differently, and to doing things differently, perhaps in a way that you've wanted, but that maybe just now is starting to finally all come together, especially with Mars retrograde. All right, so that's what I've got for you this week, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I will talk to you later.